book. Show me the meaning of rescue. To save somebody, the meaning of rescue.
Yeah. To deliver you from something, take you from something.
So you're a poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue, the meaning of rescue. That can't help me while eating
that's
water.
The same thing.
But Jota Bagara can't tell you the water. He can't pour one naked the water back to kill on more than thing. You know they get people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in Joseph. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 500 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Bagara. Where will be our result next year? We wouldn't in 1 year. Where will be our result the following year?
Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Patience Manning.
Patience Manning. You selling the market here?
Yes.
What you selling at the table?
Yes.
But I'm saying anything like you feeling that?
No market. Can't get some. I go look for an season.
You go look for the market, you see some?
I see food because the food price, the way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another price. When you come, you buy a different price. So the money I can put it back on my.
Also, the money you carry in, to the cold storage.
They put it back on my. Very rich.
How much for the fish?
You buy snapper 14,000. What is to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buy it 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say you keep to rescue us. But the rescue that you're doing that we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not bringing nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. Why they cause a motor burner running? They want not doing the one. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we want be able to steal our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of us, we not got north from the south God. And that basically we do, we not understand our children went to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we're not understanding the rescue team. So they were taking them from all of the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
Rampant now, more than rampant.
Okay.
The drugs is rampant. Some of them almost 20% on the street because of Zoom.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zoom and they bring in Jota Baga. Because we are trying to sell our Kush. But now Zoom, when he said I see that we are so stinking at it. So we ask him to please, we the parent of our boys children, we ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zoom. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor back, hard police people beating our children on the street. They say they should rise up, they should become go over there, go over that, everything they do. But what people are home king, that just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, 20 Napa, tell him, sorry, we're not taking somebody out for fair the country. So we should tell our president to help we the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God a great for
You don't know how to tell what take you for. But money ain't in the country now. In process.
For now, if I have to tell you that before we're all there,
Well, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you. We want to say share with friends, share with family members, and let's get started as we bring you what we are supposed to bring you. But before then, let's take this art here and then get ready.
We're right here at TAS Electronics located on the airfield, right at the airport junction. Here you get quality electronics product from ranging from charger, I mean you can name it. But let's go, come and show you what we get today. Welcome to TAS Electronics. Here you get durable and affordable electronics product. I mean durable and affordable electronic products. Now, I tell you, what you see here, you can find it in other electronic stores. All right, these are high quality electronics product we have right here at TAS Electronics. Remember, the location is at the LF, right at the
Philip,
airport junction. All right, that's a car wash. Right adjacent the car wash. That's where you have TAS Electronics. Now, this is a a portable pressing iron. This is just 12 volt, not at the regular pressing iron that takes 220 to 110 current. It's just 12 volts, so it burns less current and it's very convenient to use. And you can just use it, and touch yourself real quick with it. So you can find it right here at TAS Electronics. I'll leave the number down in the screen that you can call. And also for the content creators, there's a very high quality content creation light that you can use, while you doing your vlogging, while you doing your video and other stuff. You can get it right here at TAS Electronics. And not forgetting the car owner there, the motorbike owner there. All right, the one here is a electronic pump. You can use it to pump your car tire on the go. Your car tire get fly, you go to a legal area, you know what I mean? And you want to do your thing there. You can just take it from in your boot, you just connect it, automatically it start pumping your car tire. You can get right here at TAS Electronics. And also fast charger. Let me show you this one again. This one is also a pump. There's the pump right here. Now, a high quality fast charger. You see how you look at the MacBook charger? I even have one of this. You have Type-C to Type-C. So if you have one of my favorites, all right? You call it one, the power station. I call it a big power bank. Now, that one has 220 current. That one can power TV. It can even power some AC. It run for 25 hours and carry for a whole day. Say LEC go, you want to put your TV on, your children watch show, you want to put your fan on. By the power station, right here at TAS Electronics. It's affordable, not even heavy. It can take less than 3 hours to charge. It can run for up to 25 hours, 24 hours, and give you one more hour, for that. So this is a power station. It has 220 voltage. It have 5 volts. You can charge phone on it, Type-C cable. It have 12 volts on it. If you get stuff you want to power with 12 volts, you can power it up with it. It's very portable. It comes on a torchlight. You can only find this at TAS Electronics on the airfield right at the airport junction, up adjacent the car watch. So these are rechargeable fans here for affordable prices. I will leave the number down in the screen that you can call. All these ones run for 15 hours on a one.
All right, so fellow Liberians, again, we want to say happy birthday to Madam Memina Carr. We want to say happy birthday to you. Today you are celebrating your natal day. On behalf of the platform, we pray God's blessing upon you. And we pray that, He answer all of your prayers, all of what you desire. So on behalf of the platform, we want to say happy birthday to you. As we also say happy belated birthday to our own brother, Isaac Doe. Happy belated birthday to you, Honorable Isaac Doe. And all of you who are celebrating, we want to say happy belated to you. Happy birthday if you are celebrating, and those who have celebrated, happy belated. Those who are yet to celebrate is happy pre. So I want to say thank you so much for all of the support that you continue to lend us, all of the support that you continue to give us. Fellow Liberians, there are cogent issues that we are faced with as a people. The Unity Party is noted for these diversionary tactics. They will always want to take the people attention from on the reality or from on what they are supposed to be focused on and discussing. That is their modus operandus. That's what they are very good at. But we are grateful that we are in a day, age, and time where technology has given us the opportunity to be able to stay focused if we want to stay focused. Thank God that technology has given us the opportunity that yesterday, before we hear what is happening, we either have to turn into a radio station or maybe call people. But now, because of technology, everybody with phone, one way or the other, they are almost like a reporter, a freelance reporter. Almost every one of us are freelance reporter. So that's one of the advantages of, technology. So what is happening, for example, in Bokonjide, in less than a second, once somebody get on his Facebook live and post it, all of us will have access to it and know what is happening. That's one of the advantage that we have. So it made it very difficult for Mr. Boakai and his gangster to behave the way they behave some maybe 15, 20 years ago. Because now people are aware. People's eyes are open. The reality is in. People are not sitting no more and waiting for how you call news to come. No, they're going there. So again, I want to say, let's focus on the major issue. With the issue of Mamie Doe, that is just a side issue. And let me say this to Liberian. Mamie Doe is not our focus. Again, we want to say our deepest condolences to the Doe family. It's something that all of us are devastated by, and I will continue to say. Because our mother, Nessie B. Doe, was not just the mother of Mamie Doe, but she was also our mother. She is a symbol that the indigenous woman can also enter the executive mansion. She is a symbol that the indigenous woman can also have a voice to liberate and speak for her people. So we are in a tough time. Like I said, I think yesterday or the day before. This is not a normal time we are in Liberia. So for our sister Mamie Doe to think that she can distract us from the cogent issue, we come to Mamie Doe. Mamie Doe, we can take 17 minutes, 15 minutes to trash what she's saying. When you listening to Mamie Doe, you saw the inconsistency. She went there on that station, and at the end of the day, she exposed herself. She exposed herself. So Mamie Doe issue will come to it, but for now, we want to focus on cogent issues that are very important. So fellow Liberians, we had the opportunity to listen, to hear what the prosecution team is saying. And if you follow me, I think it was it yesterday or so, I made you to understand that we were privileged to receive information from where these people went. In fact, in that particular gathering at a law firm, it was the Solicitor General, Councillor Fire. It was one, Mr. Wisse. These are all members on the prosecution team or lawyers. It was Greg was there, and also Councillor Oxford were at this particular firm. And there was a conversation that was held. And in that conversation, two of the lawyers, that is the government lawyers, that were participating in that particular conversation, they said, look, my man, we cannot take this evidence, what you guys are presenting to us, to carry it to the court and win. It's not possible. It can't. I mean, the prosecution team, they were discussing at one of the law firms. And they told Gregory Como, the team, they were mad at Como and said, but Gregory Como, we expect you to bring sufficient evidence. When you go on my page before today, you will see me talking about it. They told Greg, they said, but Greg, you're messing things up here. You are messing things up. As a police officer who claimed that you have all of the evidence to bring these people down, we expect you to bring cogent evidence. that will be able to pinpoint these people on the scene doing the act. But the kind of things that you are bringing to us, it made it very difficult for us to even, proceed with this thing. We can't go nowhere with this. We cannot go nowhere with this kind of evidence that you are giving us. Because what the prosecution did was to cross-examine their own witnesses. Or to cross-examine their own witnesses. And we are privileged that we're able to get that information. And I told you ahead of time. So in their cross-examination, or whatever they will call it, of their own, witnesses, two lawyers in that particular, whether it was, a kind of conference with their own people, the people said, my man, this thing here, we can't get any good thing from it. We can't take the thing to carry anywhere to be able to bring down a guilty verdict on these people. It's not possible. Because after listening and after reading the pieces of document that they presented, in fact, one of the lawyers even asked, because one of the evidence that they presented was that the act was playing, the discussion went on in one of the chat rooms of the staffers of Honorable Fonati Kofa. So then one of the lawyers asked them, even before going to court, asked them, say, my man, let's be fair and be frank here. Who will want to play? Who will want to play such an activity? And we go in chat room, WhatsApp group, and start communicating there. And start putting all of their plans there. Who? And this lawyer, who is very, 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 very good, the guy asked them, he's on the prosecution team, but he asked them, say, do you people understand and know that there are software that you alone, you can use, just one person can communicate as 4 different persons? Are you aware of that? That there are software that you can use and you can create a scenario where you alone will be texting you, but it will almost be like 5 or 6 different persons that is communicating. In just, you can create your own chat room and you will put different names there as John, Paul, Peter, Flomo, and you can create a scene where that, John is communicating with Paul and Paul is talking. It's very common. We are in the age of technology. Very common. So the lawyer asked them, how can we present this thing before the court? How can this thing be convincing? Who can we convince? Who can we convince? You say Fonati Kofa's name is in the chat room. Is there enough evidence to bring these people down? The second thing that they also examined their people on and found out that, it was just a fraud, just a complete nonsense, was they asked them about the issue of the posting. According to them, they say Honorable Fonati Kofa posted on Facebook, Alamo. So you see how this government is struggling. You see how instead of focusing on the things that will be able to emancipate our people and put bread on the table, they are not after that, but they are after running after the CDC. That's what they are after. From day one, we knew the plan of Joseph Nyuma Boakai, that his plan was to come and run after the CDC. Because he believed that by so doing, he can demoralize, de-energize the CDC. But he don't know that the CDC is a religion. He don't know that it is a belief. He don't know that it's a culture that you cannot exterminate. It cannot be. I don't care how you try. So to the extent, the government is so weak to the extent that they will want to use Facebook posts to insinuate or to assume that, yeah, the Facebook post they made that what was the cause for the place to burn. You see how foolish this government is? You see how foolish the government is? Using a Facebook post to think that you can bring somebody down, especially not just an ordinary person, but a lawyer, somebody who is well seasoned. When you allow an 80 years old weakling to use you, that's what can happen. So you see now as we speak, the boy Gregory Cuomo, his entire career is about to be brought to public disrepute. His entire career. His entire career, what he has worked for. This whole thing now is just coming to make him to look like some kind of fool that he has always been. To the extent that even the witnesses that they are bringing, these police officers, they are so incoherent. Their statements are not even javelin. It is not even together. Not even together. One person said yesterday, one of the, how you call, witnesses that they brought, he said yesterday, somebody heard people in car discussing about the attack on the Capitol building. Somebody heard them. Today, the witness that they presented, the witness said, yeah, the thing just funny. The witness said they have a recording and video clip of how the activity was being planned. So you see, the government does not have a case, right? The government does not have a case. But because they want to distract you, because they want to take you from the main issue, they don't want us to discuss what is important, what is relevant, the bread and butter issue. So they bring in all these kind of small distraction. But we are above it. They bring Mamie Doe issue just to take people attention. But this is the real issue. Before going there, I want us to listen to Honorable Funati Kofa. I want to say welcome to Ave JJ Peters. You are welcome. Shedrick, thank you so much for joining us. Hawatote, how are you, Mama? Thank you for joining us. Lloyd, you are welcome. Philip Nangwe, I appreciate you. I mean, all of you. I'm sorry. Right now, you forgive me. I know some of you are on the other side that I'm not seeing. Forgive me. Because right now, imagine if I tell you that I'm just seeing about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names, and the rest of the other people, I don't know, for some reason, I am not even seeing it. I'm not even seeing how many persons, that we are interacting with. So please forgive me. It is not intentional. Please forgive me. It is not intentional. It's just that sometimes technology with the software that I'm using, it is what it is. But I want to welcome all of you. Yeah, I want to welcome all of you. Park Daves, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate all of you. So I want us to listen to Honorable Funati Kofa here. Let's listen to Honorable Funati Kofa. Let's bring Honorable Funati Kofa here and listen to what he has to say.
If it doesn't make sense, it's probably not legal. Okay. A number of things that happen to be. First, the prosecution tried to avoid the fact that the police was in charge of the delay at all times.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's probably not legal. Okay. A number of things that happen to be. First, the prosecution tried to avoid the fact that the police was in charge of the delay at all times.
So you see, the first reason that a common man who don't enter law school or who have not even passed near law school more can easily deduce that this case is going nowhere and that Joseph Newman Boakai is vindictive and he thinks that he's the only man on the block, that whatever he says should be law and gospel and everybody should say amen to it. Now, all of us saw the video on that day when this particular rigmarole started at the house, that the police were deployed and the police took charge of that entire building. They were working along with the security officers of the house. But it is interesting to note, fellow Liberians, that in this particular event, not a single police officer is being questioned by the authority. Not a single police officer. So the people who were in charge of protecting the place, they took charge, they took siege of the place. Common sense will tell you this one. You don't need to be a police officer, you don't need to be a law, a law student, or even a student of criminal justice to ask the question. So why is it that the government is trying to disassociate the police from the incident that happened there? One thing that I know is that those of us, at least mosquito polytony and however you will call it, the first thing is that when you get on site, when you get on the site, there is what we call incident report. There are incidents reports. That's why you see every trained security personnel or a police officer for that matter that is assigned at a particular area out of maybe the office or wherever, that police officer always move with pen and paper. And the reason is to at least take down some details of what is happening in his environment. So when police officers are assigned to a particular area, they usually do what we call incident report. It's normal. That's just part of it. Whenever police officers are assigned to a particular area because of what was happening there is always an incident report that is taken by the officers on ground. Always there are incident reports, especially taking into consideration that particular area. So they will buy a copybook. Let's agree that they don't have the formal sheet, but they will buy a copybook. And on that particular copybook, those officers that are assigned from, for example, from 6 o'clock in the morning to maybe 12 noon, in that particular incident report or in that book is where all of them will record their name. As they come, they write, they sign in and sign out. At the end of the day, the shift commander, the person who is on that particular shift, that person will be able to present a report of everything that happened, at least a summary of everything that happened under his guard or under his stewardship, before turning over to the next team that is taking over, maybe from 12 now to, let's say, whatever time. So everything that is on site will present what we call an incident report. Very common, an incident report. So that incident report spell out what happened from this time to that time, from this time to that time. So any attempt for that incident report to now be presented, then it raises serious question. So where is the incident report on that particular scene? Because basically that particular scene was a scene of contention. There was a rigmarole there. So there should be an incident report. That is one. Who are the commanders who were there? Who are the commanders that were assigned at that particular area? Who were the commanders? Were the commanders questioned by the Liberian National Police? I'm listening to somebody foolishly saying something that you can even have security on site and crime can be committed. I agree with you. But that does not exonerate the security officer. That's why they will call him and question him, call him and ask him and say, Mister, where were you when this particular incident happened? That's why those of us who do security, every rounds that you make, it is documented. It is documented. Some of us will on our assignment, in fact, in this Western world, it makes it so simple to the extent that when we are on duty, we get all kind of camera all over us, all kind of camera, motion detector, everything on us. So as we are moving, everything that we see, everything that we do is being recorded in the system. The things that you will see camera all over the place. While we wear this, that, you see camera here, camera there. Because in addition to taking down what we call maybe just a report, there are video cameras to prove. Motion detectors and etc. in some of the buildings that we are assigned. So every time you move there, some kind of, they think they're recording. So let's even agree that these officers that were on ground, they were sleeping. So if they were sleeping, what is the incident report? Where are the incident reports? Because incident report should be shown in that particular court. That's it right there. Because the police took charge. Remember when that incident happened, fellow Liberians? The police immediately took charge of that vicinity. That vicinity now was in the hands of the Liberian National Police, meaning that they were responsible for security. They were responsible for the safety and the well-being of the people who were down there. So where are the reports? So you're listening to Honorable Funati Kofa saying that what they cleverly want to do, this is where you know that the case is going nowhere, is political. So they want to exclude the police from there. The police are people of interest. The police, Gregory Como should be answered, but Gregory Como should be one person that, in fact, are very sure that they will be asking questions. The defense team will be asking questions. That Gregory Como, who are those that you assign on that particular property? Can you give us the detail of those that you assign? What are the hours? What are the hours that they were supposed to be there? Because the building was not vulnerable, it wasn't empty. That is the first thing. So what are the hours that you gave these officers to be there? But fellow Liberian, we are grateful to have with us our brother Jake. My brother Jake, welcome. How are you, sir?
Yes, salute to you and the followers. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you too, and welcome. So welcome, Helena Ba. You are welcome. Thank you so very kindly. So what the police now is trying to do is to take away themselves from in the whole thing. And they are party. They should be asking, they should be answering questions. They are suspects because they were on the scene. If you pay a security guard to be at your residence to provide some level of protection for your property, anything that goes on wrong, the first person that you go to is that particular police or that security officer, because he must be able to tell you. He's the first person because you pay him to do a piece of work. I know somebody will say, but the people, they are not omnipresent everywhere at the same time. No, but they were paid to do just that. So they will be the first suspect. So why is it no police officer is in cell as we speak? So listen to Honorable Kofa before we go to our brother here.
So you will be unable to avoid a trial of this matter, bringing the police in as co-conspirators, if indeed arson occurs. The second surprisity is the state witness testified, right? That the evidence, the plastic cups and the stuff they used to transport the gasoline. So they say they found the evidence outside of the vicinity. Like I said,
Now you see there, this is why we were saying the last time that Mr. Boakai should be questioned. Joseph Newman Boakai, he should also be put on the stand. The defendant team or the defense team should call Boakai Because like I told you all the last time from the very onset, that particular environment was contaminated by Joseph Numa Boakai going there with a group. Remember when the incident happened? Joseph Numa
Yes.
Boakai went there with a whole group. I said it here. We said it right on this platform. So Joseph Numa Boakai contaminated the crime scene, that entire place. That's why you see here in the Western world, when something happens, that entire place is barricaded. Nobody to go there. Because sometimes you will be surprised that the entire incident can be explained by some of the most minute things that you can ever think about. Sometimes it can be a footprint. Just a footprint from somebody can explain the entire detail of what happened. Sometimes just a leaf or just a cloth or just a cup can explain the details of what happened on that particular scene. I mean, investigators can look at there and they can pinpoint people. So for the fact that Joseph Numa Boakai went, you see, it was cleverly planned. Joseph Numa Boakai told the people, you're burning the place. When you're feeling burning the place, then we'll go there. We saw Joseph Numa Boakai in a group sitting and he said they're having press conference there. Sitting down in a yard. And Joseph Numa Boakai himself uttered the word that in fact these people, they are hooligans. The people that burn the place. According to him, he said it was people that burned the place. So it means Joseph Numa Boakai himself should be called. The defense team should send for Joseph Numa Boakai. What led to him making that particular statement? What led to him making that statement? So according to them, the continuum that was used to burn the place, they said they brought a continuum also. How stupid is that? It almost like the item that you took to carry on crime, after finishing committing the crime, then one will say the fruit of the crime or the evidence. Then you take it, you bring it, you put it right in the public. And say, well, that is something I use. So then you take it and put it in the public. Look at how stupid that sounds. So let's round this up as we go to our brother.
Right? Finally, it's a hodgepodge of recording unrelated. There is no direct evidence of relationship to the fire. During that time, also remember, the legislature was tense. Okay, the legislature was tense. So to take a recording where I'm at the president house, you say that's evidence of fire. I mean, I was truly disappointed today. The good thing is they didn't take as many bathroom breaks, but the evidence is just.
They didn't take bathroom break because at the end of the day, they themselves have observed, they have experienced that no need to call. All the breaks that they were taking yesterday was to go in the bathroom and make a call. So what do I say? How you want me to talk it? How you want me to say it? So it's like every other thing that they should have, informed their whoever witness about. The men finish consuming all. So today they ain't got nothing to say. But this is a disgrace to democracy. It's a disgrace to the rule of law. You don't even need to be a lawyer to trash that nonsense out. But my brother Jake, you are welcome, sir. The first issue
thank you, sir. Thank
on
you,
our
boss.
plate with the arson attack and the political nature of it. Let's hear from you, Chief.
Yeah, for me, Prince, you said it all. This case not going nowhere. It's a witch hunt on Kofa and his friends then. Pure witch hunt. Prince, Labour, the Unity Party didn't get nothing to do. They didn't get nothing to achieve. So they bring the kind of wish on. But Prince, I would go different route a little bit. From the beginning of this thing, we said it before. Prince, let me remind Liberians, the question to forget. Now, you remember when the former president talked about CCTV in the country? The same bunch of the opposition unity party. Let me remind Liberians. They're all on social media about CC. We're living in a modern war, a terrible society. Anything can happen. Look out. We're still beyond Prince. When the president talked about CCTV, right out of the box because he lived in the Western world, in other African countries get CCTV. We're trying to introduce it to our country, especially to government institutions and other places. Look at the great capital building get CCTV. The executive mansion get CCTV. The Temple of Justice. Even They play the president reside, the speaker. No. The whole country, Nigerian got CCTV in the modern era. Shame on the Liberian people because of politics. When Joel brought out there, the same group of people that are ruling today, they're all on social media condemning that thing. Where the whole world now is all about. Even you go into various banks in the world, even in Liberia, they got CCTV in the banks. Every institution that got CCTV. But when our gullible society, wicked society, wicked nation, because it comes from George Weah. When the early judges said they're going to send CCTV, all they're going to embrace it. That Congo woman now, she comes from the West. But because George Weah come from the West, trying to bring something from the West to Liberia, they condemn everything. When he say comparing what to face Liberia and Miami, he was just trying to tell something. The German our situation again, Liberia, Miami. Yeah, we are today. The first branch. Look at the first branch of. Look at the executive. The powerful branch of government don't have CCTV. Shame on them. I believe to the executive mansion don't have CCTV. So anything can happen. But Prince, I will go to this Kofa guy. I don't care what CDC people say. I will shoot the shot straight. I will blame Kofa for all the things. Prince, let me say something. Kofa was tear me in the country after Boakai, Jeremiah Kun, and the speaker were tear pressing in the lane according to our constitution. When anything happened to these two people, the speaker became the president. If anything happened to the vice president and the president, the vice president, the speaker, it was tear. But let me remind you, let me say it on the platform. Y'all share this video. The people that break Kofa house, they don't want to bring the Capitol building. Let me say, you know why I get angry with Kofa? When a house got burned, Prince, I was the downfall of Kofa. They made the Republic of Liberia. You never brought in forensic fire scientists or experts to investigate what burned your house. You let it slide, especially you the speaker. Today, Prince, I'm gonna ask you that question. Today, you get any new brain Kofa house? Kofa was tear me in the nation, had the power, had the budget, anything. He was speaker at that time. Before they overthrow him this time, he never ever investigated his own fire problem. I don't know, they were looking for documents or other things. So when the Unity Party saw this thing, they said, but it's a weak speaker. So today, to overthrow him and they implicate to destroy his character, they decided to do that to the Capitol building. But when Kofa kind of bring scientists, fire experts to know what happened to a horse, and today we will not see that situation that happened at our Capitol building. For that time, for now, it's a total wish hunt. For now, but they don't know what they're doing already. They're not winning it. They're not winning the population. If you look at the statistics in the country, that putting numbers on the water, the government putting water on the numbers. That data that came out with the barometer data was a false data, false one. They get nothing to run on. So they stay staring that drama. You think when the Unity Party was already working, developing, doing things for the country, you think they will talk about that Capitol building? You think they will wish on people? No. Because they get nothing to draw on. So they keep standing for them to make the press go all over the place. If I were the very pressing the press New York, Liberia, or those journalists in Liberia, we don't get time for that kind of cases. No. Because the real person that they indicted for the case, they even bring the present speaker that on tape to say we brought a cure to the country. They even question none of them. They question none of them. They only after these people, it's a political wish hunt. Seriously, to destroy Kofa, to weaken him. They just destroy all of them. But for me, it's a wish hunt. I don't get too much energy to go on this. You can elaborate largely on this. but because this is just a common vision, the Unity Party just trying to, they just playing game with the Liberian people because they're not delivering the country. We're in rainy season. Serious rainy season occurring now. So they get nothing to do. Before October ending, in 2 years, 2 years, Unity Party, we not see the tangible. We not see nothing working for them. Everything going high in the country. The country is tough more than before. They came to rescue now, but they're not getting that act together. So it baffled me. So the particular story is just a wish hunt, just a wish hunt. But I would blame Kofa. I will blame Kofa because he started all these things because when it happened to him from the beginning, as a speaker, he should have investigated, called the investigator seriously. He had the power. He had the power. He was the speaker. He never investigated. Nothing happened. We hear nothing today. It just went on the raw. So today now, they decided to move from power. So the news they add there, they will destroy the capital building because of power to get in out of that place. You know what happened? We've seen it play from every Liberian today in the country and outside of the country.
Wow. My brother, you said it right. You said it right. And that's why it is very important when you are a political actor, you don't just overlook anything. When you're passing on the road and you see something from the tree fall on your car, raise alarm, raise concern.
Yes.
Right now in the Liberia that we find ourselves, and let this be an advice to all of you politicians who are watching, especially you former government officials.
Exactly.
Do not take anything for granted. Do not take anything for granted. Even when you receive a text from an anonymous texter who tell you X, Y, and Z, immediately make sure that you blow alarm on it. I want to repeat again. Let me take my own time and say this. If you are a sedition, you're listening, oh. If you are a sedition, if you are a former government official, if you are somebody who like the president or somebody who actually admire his work, you living in a community and in the night you sleeping, you hear cat crying behind your door, wake up in the morning and like to know. Any strange thing you see, make noise about it. Blow alarm. This government is desperate. This government is desperate. The government is after every sedition. If you sit down and not raise alarm, you will be their next victim. Anything you see, say something. In America here, we say, when you see something, you say something. When you see something, you say something. Seditions, this is my candid advice to all of you. Do not overlook anything. Even a song and a stupid person write, whether they are stupid or they get sense they write, you will see what will do with you. They go in your inbox and write nonsense. Put it on Facebook. Somebody go in your inbox and threaten you as a sedition. Put it out there and let people know. Do not sit down on it and say, hey, I will just leave it here. I will just forget it. If anybody, whether you live in Liberia or you live in the United States, wherever you live, ensure that anybody that make any threatening statement to you, whether be it in your inbox or through whatever means, let the world to know. If you can count on 1 minute or 2 minutes and say, my people, I was sitting down here the last time, they person here for so and so place, they count, they threaten me that they must see this building that I be on, I will see what will happen to me. Come up and say it. Make noise about it. Because as I speak to you, seditions, our life are not secure in Liberia. If these people can look at the chairman of the party and beat him in a broad daylight, somebody whose arm was raised, and beat him in a broad daylight, bundle him and pay him beyond pickup board. Only at the end of the day for police to come and say, oh yeah, you know what, we investigate. Do not take anything for granted. If the police can go to Kinjor in a broad daylight and kill our people, and not even a single police, that these are some of the things that is really, really scary in Liberia. Imagine police people, they go to Kinjor, they massacre people. not a single police officer will call to answer question about what happened. Look at all these killings that have been going on. They say somebody died in the police cell, the other person died in the police cell, the other one died in the police cell. Which one of the police commander or the supervisor that were on duty, you hear say they bring him to tax? So, fellow Liberians, this you must know when you are associated with the CDC, that your life is not secure. Anybody threaten you, anybody say anything to you, come outside and make it public. Tell the world. You get Facebook. Even if you not get Facebook, let somebody use their Facebook page and put it outside. Anybody come to threaten you, go explain to one or two person. Y'all make noise about it because Boakai is desperate. You know, I'm just taking from what you said, my brother Jake. You said something very important that now is really getting to me. The Speaker of the Republic, 10 men in command.
Yes.
His house got burned. Up to today, we don't know what happened. The public is not informed. One thing we must understand, Funati Kofa is, and I agree with you, my brother Jake, I agree with you. The Unity Party, they were the one that poured Funati Kofa house on fire. They were the one that burned that Capitol building. Because Funati Kofa, he to some extent, he felt, here we are in Liberia, let's not make noise about this, let's leave it. I remember when he was being interviewed, in fact, the journalist asked him, do you see this as a, political attack on you? He said, oh, no.
Yeah.
He brushed it aside.
He brushed it out, yeah.
Look, one thing we are not doing, we as Liberians should have demanded Honorable Funati Kofa to give us what we call a forensic report and an in-depth report about what happened to a horse. Because Funati Kofa is not just an ordinary person. We pay him. He's a public official. For such a thing to happen to a horse, and he just sweep it on the side and say, oh, you forget it, man. One thing I have seen about Honorable Funati Kofa, right? He's somebody who is, is liberal. Yes, he's somebody who doesn't really take things that serious. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be very wrong. But that's how I have seen Honorable Funati Kofa to be. And he believed that, he has a clean heart. He's a man that harbor nothing evil for anybody. So he believed that the same way he is so open and transparent to people and don't have any evil heart for them, is the same way people should treat him. I saw that during the time he and Joseph Newman Boakai traveled, I think when they came to the States here, when he was talking about the issue of travel and trying to defend Joseph Newman Boakai. He was not doing it out of hate. He was doing it out of love as a patriotic Liberian. But Joseph Newman Boakai, an evil man, had an intention. He was doing it because he feels that even if you are an opposition, there is a need to work with the government so that when the government achieves, when the government benefits, when any good thing comes to the government, even the people who voted for him will also benefit. That's how you are looking at it from a patriotic standpoint. But now know he was dealing with the devil himself, Joseph Newman Boakai. This man who is evil. This man who can go behind you and cut you short. Why you think that he's giving you water? That man, he get acid water in that particular cup to give it to you. This is the kind of man
Prince, let me ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
Because probably you know this better than me. Reality. Let's face in the fact here. What party for Andy Kofa from? Originally, a realignment, a political party. What party he come from?
The Liberty Party.
The Liberty Party from Charles Walter Bronsky.
Yeah.
Let me ask again. I know I can be dropped at one point here.
Okay.
He joined the CDC. Naturally, he planned to join the CDC, and he's a bona fide member of CDC. Let lead our crew, sir. Let lead our travel, sir. That being the president come from our same region. Listen, I know I'm coming to drive her. I will call it spade or space here. Is he member of CDC? President as we're speaking here now.
Well, one would say he is. but there are no records, and I stand to be corrected, but I don't have any record where he officially joined the CDC. But what I know is that from the Liberty Party, he was encouraged, to associate, to affiliate. So basically, one would say, yeah, he's a sedition, but
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to say when the Liberty Party had a split with the Ability, the Nyomli Kanka, he never wanted to go to Nyomli or Ability. He just became neutral. Then he became neutral. Okay, but let me ask another question. Bofo Chimotan, he was a deputy speaker, isn't it?
yeah, he was.
Okay. He was a deputy speaker on Bofo Chimo as Liberty Party representative or political party.
Yes.
Okay, please, I break things down. All of day I was thinking on a situation. Let me come here, I will call it spade or spade. Then today I will say here broad daylight. I don't care what the CDC people say. Yeah? Then they run their own song. Then they run their own song. What to be the speaker today? Tifa. Let me tell you today. Tifa. You know why Tifa got angry? According to my source. Listen to me. When Buffalo Chima left there, 54, the next speaker CDC who are campaigning for a champion for, when I'm from Antikofa, that the mistake they made, it should have been Tifa. Thomas Fala should have been the speaker for the 55th legislature. To take, you know what? Your party, you come together, all of your die together. That the CDC, what I know, that what they can campaign for, all of them in one basket, they fight for that party. That call it spade or space here. So, like eliminate. So all our team baffled Tifa. After Tifa was there. He know that why today Tifa I agree with Fanatic Kofa. If you take the real picture, let me tell you something, yeah, Liberian people, let me tell you something. There was a gossip in Liberia. I will say Liberia. Now, through the speakership, Funadi Kofa wanted to make a state strong to dethrone George Weah. Let me tell you today to become, he was claiming to that power shape to become a stand-up bearer. He saw that thing circulating all around the country, outside of the country. He had great ambition to become a presidential candidate. I don't know if Georgia are not running, you're going to go on a CDC ticket. That was his plan. So Tifa got baffled aside. He said, what? We struck up on the team. They made a couple. Anybody, it can happen to anybody. So Tifa got stoned. He said, what? If we dominate the house, as you dominate the house, according to any country, your speakers will come from your party. If you dominate the House of Representatives, that speakership will come from your party. But they deny they deny Tomo Fala, Joe Weah, Tomo Fala, all of becoming speaker. They say, wait aside, let Fanati become the speaker. Then the next time, probably you will come. You should then call it spade or spade. I don't care what people think. I'm a sharpshooter. The CDC people run Tifa. If we break it down this scenario here today, they run Tifa. They took that instant that fight for the struggle in because they battled me for Tifa what George brought up today from the playing field to get angry with the president, the former president, and the member of the CDC. No, he said, no, the team will not work with me. I already made my step. I already got financial status. I already got financial cap. So then what I will do, I will not side with them. That's why you see on the split today. If CFA can come and have press conference, he will explain this.
So one would say that in a political institution like the CDC and any other political institution, there is something called consensus. That before one is, maybe elected or choosing, especially from that particular position as maybe speaker or so, the party will have to sit down. The party will have to discuss. I mean, stalwarts of the party, we have to sit down and say, look, this is the person that we are supporting. And from all indication, one will say that this meeting was held. And, in that particular meeting, it was put forth and the party hierarchy decided that, look, this is Fonati, this is our man, he is a sedition as far as we're concerned. He is now part of the party. This is the man that we are carrying as per consensus.
Go ahead.
Yes. So as per consensus, it was agreed upon by the party. There's the reason why he got the overwhelming vote and support from the party. The party, stalwarts in the lower house.
He get overwhelming vote. Prince, he get overwhelming vote because you are deputy speaker of Beaufort Chimo. They call it spade or spade. Then a CDC cannot have. I don't know about any sense of they have consent. Anything they have to say. Let's elect a more CDC who will be our next speaker because we get majority in the house today. It was for that reason, believe me, Tomo Fala had a cash. He had a fund that he could persuade people. Let me tell you something. He took on his own account. It took his own set in rest his life to go in the backyard of Joseph Hima Boakai Lofa County, what was brutal to CDC. To dominate in our lane and draw that kind of numbers, you're not getting the credit. So to tell you the truth, the CDC people they're doing great favor. No matter how you won't call it yet, no matter how the CDC people won't call it yet, for the let's say it's an all salon. It's an all salon. You cannot get your all salon food, then you mean your child. No matter how you cool, no matter how you nest, you cannot bring an all salon while your children hungry. So the first person that you taste that water, that you everybody to win to down to the president, it was Thomas Fowler. I don't know him but the reality is reality because our platform, that factual platform, they run. I'm getting to know that put pieces together. I saw the whole drama circulating. You think Otifa ready to sit down in the camp of the Unity Party when he know that Joseph Lima Boakai is cleaning the sheer blood? They almost killed him in Lofa County. He never had no choice. He never had no choice because the betrayal of CDC to the speakership. Everybody want political referendum. Everybody want to be powerful in the nation. When you saw that now, you say, oh, but then the president, why I killed myself for? He now get my back. I get my back. I get it back. Yeah. Because from the beginning of the whole thing, you never saw him criticizing the former president. Anything the former president tell you will always abide by the president rule. To tell you the truth, you were all in the trenches in Lofa County during the election. People die. We know you cover all that thing during no time. But if I put pieces together now, many citizens will come there and bash me. I don't care. But that thought reality here, they run T5. If they can't amend with T5, because now they get United Party speaker now, then he the deputy. They need to amend. They need to tell him. They need to call him and say, let back on be back on. We unite be one umbrella tomorrow. But if you look at the whole scenario,
was it sufficient? Judging from what you are saying, if we are to take your word for it, was it sufficient for him to undermine the party person or the party candidate? Do you think it warrants him doing that?
Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it because it's a hurt. Prince, like you coming to get the tune. There's somebody from that your party because you win majority in the house. And now your party sort of become the speaker. Then you bring the hot salad that they get affiliation with your affiliation with CDC. You know that hard sedition. No. You know that hard according to the sedition constitution, as you all know, all privilege come to the party. The real member of the party, even from the trenches, even you are so-called Zoko, and when you are a member of CDC, you come first. The other people will come later. So that what I say, that man take that analyze thing from outside the box. For that mean that what I'm saying, maybe they selected him for different reasons, but all that thing trickle too far to go against his own party. She said, well, the president getting my back. Speaker, you know they call speakership? It's there in the country. If anything that happened to Boakai and Jeremiah Kun, Rachel Kun will become the next president tomorrow. So people to get political ambition to hide it. In case that when George we are start one day from retire, Tiffany was the people that would take the party another way. If you talk fast forward to today, I was looking at if George were not going to become if George decided to step aside. I was looking at 4% in 3 or 4% within the CDC that can head the CDC. Thomas Fowler, Sir Joseph, probably can put other 2% in the picture, probably. But for what happened, you say no, but then the party they are not important to these people anymore. So let me just be my deputy speaker and lay back. Probably I'll be independent, or if I'll be independent, or I'll lean here a little bit, let me lean. But if I said no, down deep down in your heart that the United Party cannot accept me.
You know, we have a caller on the line, and I want to take this caller. It's very important. I will take this caller. Hello, my sister Joy.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you?
Doing fine.
Masale?
Hello.
Masale.
Yeah, hear from
Is
you.
that your name, Masale?
No, he's Jake.
Jake.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I listen everything you said from the beginning. I didn't listen to sugar check or shout. But to be a true citizen, I mean another citizen you know. To be a true citizen, no matter what it is, you go and lay your complaint to the head office, or you call the people that you think will be interested to hear what you see. You do not betray your party for Kwame PD. Now you betray the party. Do you see what's going on in Liberia? Even if John we are alone to cover and say we want cover to be speaker, and everybody say okay we agree to it. Once 1 or 2% agree to it, the party stays with it. So it will stay with your party. You do not betray your party. For every citizen, I keep telling you, for every citizen that betray the party, they are not a true citizen. The people that carry citizen in the blood, that when you beat them, you get out, they are still citizen. When you say don't pass here, I will break your foot, you break your foot, next day they go to pass there, they are still citizen. Those boys that don't have food to eat, girls that don't have food to eat today, that for 6 years, man, they won't go job. They still say we see they are true citizen. They did not betray the party. But everybody that makes money on a citizen that betray the party, they are not citizens. They only comes to give relevant and leave. The true citizen will not leave. For example, in America, you think what going between Prince and Prince and all the citizen in America, Prince can on a podcast every day. He still say CDC is my life. You think he couldn't be CDC? You think Prince not qualified to be president or chairman of America CDC? You think a father not qualified? Or all the matter they still say as a citizen. That all true citizen does. You get angry, you get vexed, you break all the horses, then you break all the time, you still a citizen, you do not betray your party. So those betray things, those things someone say the party betrays them. No, the party did not betray them. The party make them who they are today. Because they feel they have getting in the streets, they are hungry, they pour food to vote them in, to make who they are today. They will not be who they are today. So therefore, the party, the people does not owe them nothing. They owe the party 100% of their life. After the family, after God, the party can't tell. So they are betraying the party because of leader of Brown Enfield. The moment keep telling them my ass, spoon with a spoon. The more ask Henry Costa. You should ask the people. Before I take over today, they were asking. He came to the Pope that he showed the Pope when you're playing EY against him. So they were asked. So I will now sit on the line and say the party betray Tomo Farah. Tomo Farah betray the party. No matter what it takes, you were supposed to stay inside Kofa. You were supposed to stay inside Kofa to say we are citizens and we run the country with Joseph Boakai. Today, nothing will happen in that place there. But because he listens to the people that are fooling for little, he got money. What extra money do you want that we betray? Do you want to be president? If you want to be president, wait for your time. Everything your time's in the warrior. If you want to be speaker, when the speaker should open, why you didn't put your hair in the race to be speaker? Because you know the citizens are already mad because of what he did. But I keep saying that citizen, you're staying together, no matter what it takes. When it rain, the sun can shine. When you get in the net, they can break. Those people will come back together with New York and say, time you vote them out because they are not true citizens. You're staying together, you're fight together, you're kidding together, you're share blood together, you're a citizen. You need to talk about your chairman or the thing to your chairman. You need to go to the police director. They need to get the correct report when he did because the whole world saw him. In the great United States, when you put your hands on, which means you run up. But they beating because news, Facebook news that we are police people will get what we want to do. So my brother, I beg you, slow down. The people in the party, they don't want to betray the small children. So the children say disenchanted, we should bring the people that sit in the offices that run the constitution count. The children don't even have fun to eat. So they betray citizen. She said they don't betray them. Thank you, Prince, and listen.
Thank you so much, my sister Joyce. You know, my brother, I'm listening to you. I don't know. You conclude so that I can come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm listening to you. And the thing that makes the CDC to be unique from every other political institution is that democratic way in which we make decision and we formed around that particular decision. It's like, take for an example, when you look at the honeybee, they come together in defense of the queen. Whatever they get from USA, they come together, bring it together, and at the end of the day, they form a very strong colony in order to be able to produce what we need for our survival or maybe for our health. I'm saying this to mean that all of us, one way or the other, the party has contributed to our political existence, one way or the
Yes.
other.
Oh, it's true.
Before a decision is made, the party have their own in-house meeting. For example, I gave you an example. Before an individual is choosing as maybe, for example, party leader or whoever, whatever, seditions will come together and they will agree. There may be 10, 15, 20 different people, but everybody will come together and the majority will decide and say, look, this is the person that we vote for, and that person will become the leader. Even though there are other people who say we're going away, but at the end of the day, the majority consensus is what matters. I'm saying this to mean that the decision that brought Honorable Fonati Kofa was not just a decision that was made by just an individual. It was made by the consensus of the party. The executive committee sat down, the legislative caucus sat down of the party, and they agreed upon it. And even Honorable Tomo Fala was in that particular meeting. He was in that meeting.
Okay.
And they sat down and agreed upon it that, look, this is the man that we are carrying. This is the man that we are carrying. He was in that meeting. So to come from that meeting, to come out of that meeting, and from the very onset, you start to play a game. I don't know whether it was game, working along with this man. Only at the dying minute for you to somersault, then it's something that is not correct. That's why we as sedition, we say the party remains supreme. We can have issues. Like I gave you an example, these few days, we had issue in the CDC USA because our brothers, they did something that was unconstitutional. We said no, it was not the right thing. But the party came together, the party executive, they came together and said, oh yes, we look at this thing, they investigated and say, you know what happened? Let our brother be there for 1 year as interim leaders. Next year, we're going for a convention. Even though they change the constitution, they temper with it and say they will be there for 5 years, but you put a 5 year aside. They will be there for 1 year. And the 1 year is an interim team. And all of those who want to serve on the interim team, it means you will not be part of this coming election. You will not vote for any position. So we had a Rick Monroe, I think you saw. We used to count on the Facebook and but at the end of the day, we sat down in a meeting with the leaders. We sat down. You think what our brothers did was right? It wasn't right. They went on other platforms, they castigated and they said whatever. But at the end of the day, as party, we came together and said, look, there is a need. The party is greater than any individual, than any anger. So let us solve this. And the issue is solved. Our brother Yahaya is the interim chairman that will be there for 1 year. But next year, May, we're talking about different administration. All of those who are serving in this current administration under him, they will not have the opportunity to run again. So what I'm saying is that we do not bring our party to public disrepute. That's what makes the institution strong. I agree with your point. I respect your point. What you said, I respect it. That's why I listen to you, you expand, and and I appreciate it. But again, we do not compromise the party. The party interest remains
Okay.
supreme. Even today, let me tell you now, today on this platform, let me make it very clear. All the things that we're doing here, we are spending our personal money to get software. This software that we are using here, every month we pay $65 for the software. There are other things that we're using. Every month I pay pretty close to somewhere around $325 or so for the kind of system that I'm using here. But if the party decide today that, Lord Prince, you know what happened? You got to turn the platform over. I will turn it over. Because that's the decision of the party. If the party decides there's a Prince today, the platform, you got to turn it over to Mr. A and Mr. Y. Let them carry on the party mandate on this platform. I turn it over. I will turn it over. Today. I will turn it over. That's what makes the party to be supreme. That at the end of the day, we sit down, we put ideas together, we disagree. The other person will say no, the other person will say no. We all we bring everything together. After disagreeing and agreeing, we come together, then we find an amicable solution. Then we move on with it. So I am saying this to me, others will say, I respect your opinion. But I think from all indication, you don't betray your institution because of your own personal ego. There are always time, there are always space, there are always opportunity. I know sometimes people will say, well, life is as such that you can never tell. But look, there is always a way out. There's always opportunity. But again, I respect what you said. I respect what you said. I respect it a whole lot. But again, we do not betray our institution. And I saw that, many people saw that as an act of betrayal. To the extent that you are siding with people who share the blood of sedition, November 7, 2011, they march at our party headquarters, open fire. To the extent that you have compromised the life of Tamba Momo, who stood up for you, and his life was taken unceremoniously in a kind of humiliated manner. He was humiliated. And you side with these people, brother. But again, somebody will say it is what it is. But my brother, what do you make of what is happening? As we may be aware, the government, as you may be aware, the government has given 10,000 work permit out to some people from Asia, this, that, and all the other things. 10,000, I say 1,000, I say 2,000. I say 10,000 work permit. While Liberians are crying that there are no jobs. But the government is brave enough to increase taxes. The government took 10,000 work permit and gave it to other people. Some of the people then that they get a work permit to, that they go serve as store boy, to go serve as people who will wear receipt, tally clear, and all the other things. But Liberians are there. You take job from them and give it to other people. Then to add insult to injury, the LRA has increased taxes by 12%. By 12%. My brother, what do you make of that? Let's hear from you on this.
Prince, if, every real Liberian that hear this particular news been circulating, they can believe what happening in our own country. Now we're stranger in our own country. We don't have say in our own country anymore. Especially when you say the ARE trying to increase. Let me tell something to you know what I've been thinking a while? The Unity Party never came to rule. Yeah. They came for they fought for this, they did all kind of things to achieve power. Now they get the presidency. I believe they don't want to rule. Let me tell the followers here, if they can leak the video to one of the high people within the Unity Party, they're bringing trouble to themselves. Let me remind Liberians, Ruto in Kenya, Nairobi, just for carrying, Ruto was in America, went to for a state visit. Alata was on body. Just to carry gas prices up, to get increased gas prices. You saw what happened in Nairobi, Kenya. They tear down the parliament building. They ransacked Nairobi. The people brought over 500,000 people in Nairobi, Kenya on the street. And the police couldn't stand. Even the opposition leaders and they all joined that protest. But one of the biggest protests in Kenya history, just for carrying gas prices up. So I don't know if the president in our country get consultation with these guys or they can carry the message to you say, oh, Mr. President, we're carrying prices all now, this and that. You start charging prices to the Liberian people, increasing taxes. You're spoiling your country. First of all, we start to increase tax. Prince, I brought on down here in the country. I brought on it down before. I say, you know why a lot of investors not coming to Liberia? You think some of us in the Western world are not talking to some people to come to bring them to come to the table? Plenty of people are trying to bring investors in our country. They meet them. It's a different ball game. Our corporate tax alone, Prince, I will always tell these things. 25%. America, Trump then dropped it to 18. The European Union 20 to 21. Who will leave these kind of taxes to go to Africa, especially Liberia, vulnerable society where no electricity, no running water, security now in turmoil, no rule of law. Joseph Boakai Unity Party shooting themselves in the leg. What I told people, what I told you here, I said Joseph Boakai not coming back. You think oppression that want to come to retain power? You think you will govern at this? No. He will be 84 to 85. He will be 85 years old. He not coming back. I told people here. So he don't care. If he was, Joe, we were careful first thing because Joe, we wanted another thing. How he was doing everything to ease problem in the country, subsidizing the rest importer, all these things then, paying for electricity, paying university fee, all these things. He wanted second term. That's why he was putting the country to the way everybody wanted that country to be. But because of political greed and other things, lies and propaganda, and the Liberian society was a gullible society, still gullible society, they fell into all these lies. Today, they brought them through the Prince Johnson and they brought them into power today. And we're seeing it. I told you. So Joseph Boakai don't care. If Joseph Boakai was fighting for a second thing, you think they will rule at this? No. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. So they will carry taxes up. It will be problem for those and Prince Liberia import everything in our country. I broke the statistic down here. Liberia spent over $300 million, over probably 300+ million to import for everything in our country. everything we consume in our country, we do, we import for everything. A year we spend that kind of huge amount of money. Then you increasing taxes, then the free port will go higher. Now, why everybody taking a goose to Guinea, freeing Guineas and drag it to Liberia? So the port of Liberia losing millions of dollars, while the port of Guinea gaining billions of dollars. But the Liberian people are not even looking at all these things. They're not even taking out of the box. They're increasing everything. Then you're giving foreigner 10,000 mass number of people work permit. Then your own people you had that were working to the very institution and the very ministries and other things, you downsize all of them. You let over 200 EPS to go. You destroy your whole fabric of the security apparatus. Today they in disarray. Your own people for the executive mansion, you sacking people from all angles. Then you getting work permit. So that's I believe the United Party cannot. They don't want to rule. The people sit in the chair. As I said, it was smart. They don't turn all over the place. They can't find a way out. So they don't know. That's why you can see them, all of them crying now, talking about 2029, imagine you were ruling. You not even go 3 years in your presidency year, 3 years in your tenure, but you're talking about 2029. So you're trying to tell people now they're failing already. And the rainy season right around the corner. So Prince, there will be no great society or no government will do this kind of thing. They're just trying to suffer the Liberian people, take them out of job, make things hard for the Liberian people. But then the rescue the Liberian people they ask for, so they're getting the rescue. So they got to bear 4 more years, probably 4.5 more years to see what they can do. But Boakai not running again. If Boakai were running, Boakai would never rule the way he's ruling.
You know, with this issue that we are talking about, especially the permit that has been given to foreign national, let me just say this. I'm one person who is not against people working in Liberia. I'm not against it because the more you travel, you see things and it helps you to understand and you have a more broader idea as a Liberian. But you know, there are certain things that when it is happening in the country, government will have to set herself down, think, and make the right decision. You have a country where unemployment is very high.
Exactly.
And most of the employment that you can see in the country, they are not the kind of really high work color job. These are just, one would say, common job,
Petty job.
petty
Yes.
job, these laborers job. And the payment they are giving to these people, I can tell you for sure, 99.99% of the payment that they are giving to these people that are coming to work, that job that even people who ain't go to school can do. I want you to listen. The payment that they are giving our government of Liberia is giving out. These are jobs that even people who ain't go to school in Liberia, they can do it. For example, you send for somebody from Lebanon to come in the store to come be receipt boy. Receipt to come and write receipt. You send for somebody from Lebanon to come and be warehouse manager. Warehouse manager. You send for somebody from your place or from wherever place to come and be warehouse supervisor. You send for people from all the way on the other side of the ocean to come and be, how you call, pump attendants. Then when you talk, then somebody will say, Liberians are dishonest. That's what people sending for other people for. Are you kidding me? Are there not laws? So are you telling us there are not laws to prosecute people? Are there not laws? You know, people who say these things, I refer to them as being stupid. I'm sorry for the lack of, properly putting it, but that is the best way I can put it. For you to tell us that, the reason why the people then they dealing with Lebanese people or they dealing with these people, then they sending for people, it because Liberian they trustworthy. Don't we have laws in the country that when people try to do something funny, that they can be taken to the court and be dealt with in accordance with law? Don't we have law? What are the laws for? Are the laws not there to protect both the victim, and the victimizer? I don't know what the law is there for. For you to tell us that, yeah, the people sending for people. Listen, Honorable Abachi, I didn't go in depth. But one of the justification he was making was that Liberians are dishonest. So is that a reason sufficient enough that you send for people to come and do work that Liberians can do? Is that the reason? Is that the reason you giving? Is that your justification? Can you imagine these people, what they are saying? Is that your justification? At the end of the day, these people, when they come, even the least of them, they take better pay and live a better life than even those Liberians that are working 24/7. Because these people are paid higher than what these Liberians are paid.
Yeah.
You see, when you have a system, that does not believe in your own, this is what happens. This is something that should break Liberia. And that's one of the reasons why Liberians should turn up on July 17 in their mouths. Because this government have shown to the Liberian people that they are insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people. They are insensitive. No government will see unemployment very high. You're taking people from on the road. Remember now, it was Joseph Newman Boakai that told us that they will provide job, that our people need to go on the street to go and sell. Joseph Newman Boakai said it. It was Joseph Newman Boakai who said it. Something that we make it, we're just talking because we want to talk. It was Boakai who said the children will not be on the street. Women will not have to go and be selling. That Joseph Newman Boakai said it. Because according to him, there will be people who will bring job and the job will be given to Liberia. No, do not believe what we are saying. Yes,
we will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies. We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people.
So to put dignity on the Liberian people, that to take common job and give it to other people, according to Joseph Newman Boakai, that they want to bring dignity to people. You know what brings dignity to people? Is when they can afford to take care of their family and leave full money home. That's what brings dignity to them. But we told you that this man is a pathological liar. They papi that dangerous papi, they papi can lie for dinner, breakfast, and supper. Some of you say we're lying. Yeah. So what brings dignity to Liberians? Taking Liberian job or taking job and giving it to other people? Listen to this man. The man that said our sister will not be on the street selling. It means that he will give them
market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here.
So Joseph Newman Boakai is aware that the money that these people making cannot even buy rice. He wants to put dignity on them. According to Joseph Newman Boakai, he wants to put dignity on these people. Is that the way to put dignity on them? You deny their husbands from using what they can use to bring money to the house. You're taking motorcyclists from on the street. You're breaking people's homes. Is that what will bring dignity to the people? Is that what will bring dignity?
Prince, I'm not even cutting up. Yes, in Ghana, you think Ghana people get 10,000 permit to foreigner? It cannot happen. People passing Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria. It can never happen. The people put a citizen first. Ghanaians are nationalists. How can Ghana get 10,000 permit?
Forget about
Yeah,
even permit. Let's even talk about their
yeah,
market. Some of you were there.
yeah,
You know what we're
market.
talking
You
about.
don't even see foreigner in a market. You don't even see Liberian women selling in a market during those days. Ivory Coast, Abidjan, it don't happen in Cote d'Ivoire. It cannot happen in Kenya, Nairobi. What kind of country we leading ourselves to? You know, got 10,000 in numbers. It's a huge amount of number. It can
I know.
follow the stadium. They say 10,000. You get
Yeah.
permit while your own people suffering in the country. Listen, like bro, we're not nationalists. That why all these things happening today. We're taking foreign first. I said foreigner cannot do something in the country, but as you said, Prince, all these jobs, they petty manager, they get children graduated from university or Liberia, different places. Even hard to grad can do all this job. Then they bring in their own people from the west. You know how even we that living in the West, you know how it take for us to it take us decades, years before to even get people to get permit before infiltrating the system. They make it difficult for us. All know it. They make it difficult for Liberians all around the world. They were now walking in the park. They get people. They stay 8-9 years in America before they get people. People in Europe take 10 years. A lot of brothers and sisters die on that journey. They die in our process. Today they never have it. They're not here with us. We know how the system work here in the Western world. The people put their citizens first. They put the people first. All the job for the people, the other second, maybe the other job they don't really want, they give it to the other people. The how every nation trying to debating our country today. You go places to Rwanda, where everybody do praise Paul Kagame Rwanda, you will see they'll get 10,000 permit to strangers, while Rwanda don't have job. Who dare you? Who dare you? It don't happen in Nairobi, it don't happen anywhere. It don't happen in President as we speak. We all been in West African region where Freetown people will take 10,000 permit to get to Liberians in Sedelon, in Freetown. It's not happening. Number Liberians will live in Freetown not working. They don't even have permit. So cheer them because they get a huge amount of money in their pocket. They get a pension for now. So they decided they say we don't care anymore. It's a huge amount of numbers. At least you get 500, 200 permit, yes, but not that kind of huge amount of number. No. Then your own people you sat from everywhere. Why I told you, Joseph Boakai, I don't want to run this country. You're not running again. So the old men don't care. Anything you want to do, you will do to the Liberian people. So they
My brother,
cause the rescue here. They will feed the rescue.
there's a news that we gather today. The National Oil Company of Liberia, NOCA. Do you know that
Mhm.
Joseph Numa Boakai has awarded 100% ownership of 4 off-ship block? 4 off-ship block. Look, you know what? The story is here. We'll get on the story. But I want to keep this
Mhm.
while we move quickly on this particular story. On this. This story that you are looking at here, my brother. We are going to play is very
Mm.
pathetic. And courtesy of examining Liberia under the microscope, I don't know even how to start it. This is a public school. They play looking at a public school, a government school. They place that you're looking at a government school. They place here a government school. But I don't want you to believe it. Courtesy of examining Liberia under the microscope, our own brother, the sheriff. Let me play this for you to listen. It's about 9-minute video, my people. Let's listen to this. Courtesy of examining Liberia under the microscope.
So we continue our tour, and
Oh no, a breaker. Look.
what I'm looking at, somebody will say, I know Babla. How do you call it Babla?
Yeah, yeah,
This
Babla,
place,
yeah.
we are in Pengbas Town, and this is the Pengbas Town Public School. Which client are we in? Yabayong Klein, Foreman District, Lower Bond County, number 7. For the family is a representative of this
Look at
district.
that.
We have
Wow.
county education officer, we have district education officer. Now,
Let me take you in the public school. Because public school, when they say public, it's owned by the government, by the Liberian people only. Y'all look at the school. This is the Ministry of Education run school. The Ministry of Education running the place here. I think it's an office here. So, but look at the fellow Liberians. Look what they did here. All the millions of dollars given to the Ministry of Education. This is the Queen's Town Public School. This is where the people, the young generation, the children who's supposed to take over from Boakai, His Excellency, the children who's supposed to take over from Richard Kuhn, the children who's supposed to take over from Vice President Pan, Yogi Kanga Lawrence, they're supposed to take over. This is where the state federal Liberians. You see here, June 6, 2025. June 6, 2025. So yesterday, the children sat here. This is where they sit. Right here. Gio, come. Oh, we in class. Gio, come. We in class. Now sit down there. The teacher. Look what they would listen to the teacher. My father, my mother, my sister, my father's sister is mine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that the place. Do you sit down here?
Right, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, study.
Yeah.
Class walk. 1. My father's sister is mine. Who? The auntie.
My auntie.
This is public school.
You don't wear green. This is what we see.
This is what you see here. The public school fellow Liberians, run by the Ministry of Education. Don't say it's not in function. It's functioning because what you see over there, June 6, 2025. Today is June 7, Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. This is where the generation of this country, education is not a privilege, but it's a right to all Liberians. Whether you're rich, you're poor, fellow Liberians, look at it. Share the video. Look here where the children sit.
Look
This
at
where
what
they
is happening.
sit. Let's go to the next class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at what is happening.
So that's what they use. Yeah.
Teacher, we want to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
I'm gonna reset.
how the
I'm gonna
student.
reset. Let go. This is another class.
Look there. Look there. You see what we're talking? The honor Joseph and Human Boakai. Look at school, the public school. Now, I just tried to search all the statistics just now. Own County, as per the 2022 population census, has a population of 467,000 plus. 467,000 plus human beings in Bon County. In that former district that the people talking about, that particular district that the people talking about, they get 27,784 human beings then there. Plus, they're human beings. They want to live in that particular former there. 27,000. In fact, it may have increased or so.
They are the people who supposed to report back to central office.
Look at the
tell the people what is happening.
Look at the
another
public
class here.
on that particular area.
Oh wow.
Honor a government. And Joseph Newman Boakai using millions of that. The last time when we listening to how you call, can you imagine honor this particular? Oh my people, my brother, let's hear from you. I don't even want to go. Let's hear from you.
Prince, if the international Prince, if the video, thank God you're documenting all these things. If the video catch, if the video catch the international community, in the modern era, and they've been sending a lot of aid to Liberia, for under the Ministry of Education. Prince, I swear to God, there will be a serious problem in the government. In the modern era, the generation, the digital war, They know, Prince, a public school, we say 27,000 people live in that community.
It may have increased
27,000.
7,000.
Let's say 28,000 people live in that particular community in Bon County. Those are representing that county, like the Formula God need a call. Shame on all of them. They just in the parliament, they just in the legislature to just grab money. They don't care for these people. Time for election, a lot of rhetoric, lies. They'll just spread lies. Look at
public school.
Public
school.
Prince is so. If Liberians look at these things, it's so shameful. It's so shameful in the era that individual can only one individual can only take this project, demolish everything of their project. The whole project cannot. Prince, if they're trying to build, this could not even cost $15,000. That'd be real. The formula you can, Prince. A Boakai can see this kind of thing. One of the things, they're not relaying this thing to the man. For me, you can see a lot of people will be, you will scrutinize people, someone will be fired. And it's a shame. But Prince, you're the same people that were fighting George Weah when Weah said free education for the masses, free education. George Weah, if we see that kind of thing strictly, it will not happen. We saw administration demolishing building there, facing it, renovating school, in public school in Liberia. We saw it. That just propaganda. These guys cannot govern the nation, my Prince. It's so heartening. It's so helpful. Anybody that love this video, if you love your country, you don't want to see the kind of image on the outside world. You're not calling spade or space here. You're not take our political heart and chunk it away. As Liberians right now, in a new era, in a digital era, for education, a public school, in the ministry get a huge budget, forget it. These are the things, these are the projects they sort of go to Boakai project. These are the things that want Boakai a presidential project there because you're president of the nation. These are some of the things that will be your handmark. Yeah, all these guys and they just. So please elaborate, my brother. Elaborate. It's heartbreaking. Yes, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Look at no cheers. It's heartbreaking, Prince. It's heartbreaking. Any NGO lay their hand on these things. When the international community try to see these things that the money they're spending in Liberia, giving loan and other aid to Liberia is not working, they will stop our aid. It means the people just stealing the money. For real?
So the Ministry of Education, right? The Ministry of Education, their budget. What I just try to do a quick sunny here. It's $93 million. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
$93 million. Here is it. Here is it.
But $93 million, that's small money. That's small money.
Wait, let me. Yeah. Look at
the journalists that go there, they get many schools that they in Liberia. Thousands of aid that they in Liberia. In different countries. Thousands of aid that they in Liberia.
There's the ministry.
The people crossing the wall.
You see the kind of picture they can take? You see, these are the things that they can send. You see here? The kind of picture they can take? They take this kind of picture and they send it. People who know say, yeah, they want to hear the people. You see how evil these people are, my brother? Look at how this is. That's so jala. Their woman is taking every month she take $7,000 for her horse allowance in Liberia. They woman take nothing less than $25,000 home.
Prince, you see that video? Prince, you see that video that in your hand? Prince, you see that video? Prince, you see the video we're talking about just now? If you take that video upon God in heaven, I know America. If you take that the particular video, you carry it to the Congress, pressing it. The Congress member that's for education, and you see this kind of video tomorrow, tomorrow different thing will happen. Listen, this kind of thing should be happening in this kind of modern era. No. And this one you can take a lot of video and carry all around the world. This is too deplorable, man. Go ahead, make you change.
Imagine fellow like Amadou was saying, in this modern day, age, and time, when Joseph Newman Boakai is taking millions of dollars. Just this gone time, they took $3 million behind how you call they say campaign for how you call the thing, UN.
The UN.
The seat that was already secured by President Weah. The seat that was already secured by President Weah. Look at the public school. This particular, they get 27,000 plus people living in this particular farmer district. 27,000. Don't believe what I'm saying. Go and do your research now. $27,000. Sorry, 27,000 human beings living here. So, assuming that this particular area, we have a population of almost about maybe, one would say, about maybe 3,000 kids that are attending school. Approximately, we're just trying to, do a rough, calculation of it. Look at the public school that is there. The public school here, government school. While the Ministry of Education is taking $98,000. And I say one, and I say two, I say $98,000. Now what is taking? Here is it. Let me bring it here for our people to see. Here is it. Let me just put a sign here. Let people hear. Maybe they think that we're joking.
Boys, no one here, boss.
Okay.
Education officer. They are the people who are supposed to report back to central office and tell the people what is happening. There's another class here. Oh, wow. Okay. This is the Ministry of Education. This is district number 7, former district. The lawmaker for this district is who for the family. There you go. Come closer. Yeah. That black book. Now what the Ministry of Education pay for that black book here? That black book. So what I want to do now, I'm coming move inside here. So I will close the window so I can be sleeping now. And you see it? That black book here. Get the chairs though. Or the bench. How do you describe when education is not a privilege? We see one, I don't know how to describe. We see over there, fellow Liberians. I'm out of words.
Look at that. You see that?
I think the only thing we can carry, the only possible
$98,000 plus, $98 million. Sorry. Government of Liberia. I did it 1 year.
This is from this school is for the family. One of the largest mouth.
Look at the environment, my people. Y'all look. That school here, honor Joseph Newman Boakai.
I never represented the people of District 7 farmer.
Yeah, it is disgrace to the God. The family of God.
Yellow.
Hey, man.
All right, folks. Well, the time will come. Your time will come. Your time will come. We'll continue. We'll pause the video for now. We'll show you the sample. We'll conclude. Pause it. So we continuation of the video. So we're going to climax right here. This is the big sample to fool you. Yeah. This is the Pemba Public School. Pemba Former.
You see that?
This is former. You see that former district here. You see a fellow Liberians. You see it. When you can't see the sample here now, when you see the sample, you will think, yeah, Ministry of Education, yeah, show the light, right? The other words you don't see it. Yeah, Ministry of Education, they big sample and they tell you how to pay for that sample here. You're not to print it, you're not believe it. So we're going to conclude, folks. We got to go our time. It's a beautiful day, and we then around 6 this morning.
My brother.
So we're making our way back to Boakai. So we'll stop the
Oh,
Pakistan
my
for a
people.
while. But you are seeing it for
Liberians.
yourself. Because of network,
The people that
it
said
is
they're coming
difficult.
to come and rescue. This is it. This is it we are looking at. This is what we are looking at. And guess what? The government of Liberia, Joseph Numa Boakai is now able to put teachers on payroll. Out of 6,600, volunteer teachers that they're having. You know how many person they pay on payroll? 1,000. 1,000 they put on payroll. 1,000.
Wow.
But Joseph Numa Boakai can spend almost $36,000 on 74 human beings at the Ministry of State that nobody's seen. Quite recently, the audit that was conducted on the Ministry of State, they observed that 74 persons at the Ministry of State, they said they were paying them in the tune of some 36,000 monthly. Every month they're spending 36,000. The Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, the how you call it, the audit people, they go do audit, they not see one person. One
Now
person
ghost
they could
list.
not see.
A
One
ghost
person they
list
could
now.
not see. One they could not see. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Look, my brother, can you imagine what Liberians are going through? Fellow Liberians, if you have the time, you can give us a call. The number to call is 443-991-3356. Let me pin the number there and see. While we take the last issue and then we call this a day. I'm going to pin the number right here. If you have the time, you can give us a call. This is scary. Imagine this is Liberia. Honor a rescue government. The people who say they can't rescue. This is where we are as a nation, as a people. This is where we find ourselves. The people who say they can't rescue. Joseph Numa Boakai and his gangster, they are not looking at how to improve the people's life. No, it's not what they are looking at. But this man is disrespecting the court, 14 people here, doing the other one, doing that other one, making the country to become ungovernable, where police doing their own thing around the place. This is Liberia. This is Liberia. Can you imagine? This is Liberia. Imagine this. This is Liberia. This is it. Where are the rescuers? Look at this. Look at this.
We in class. I sit down there, the teacher. Look what they would
Let us say of examining Liberia under the microscope.
My father, my mother,
Look there.
my father, my sister, my father's sister is mine. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
What
so
Jaso Jala, the Minister of Education, is taking credit for 25,000 every month.
That's what. One, my father's sister is mine. Who? The auntie.
My
And
auntie.
people are in.
My mother is my uncle. My sister is my sister is my sister.
Look there.
My father brother is my uncle. So who went tomorrow come to bridge tomorrow? He come here also in the
Look at public school. Look at public school.
That's what we see.
Honor Joseph Numa Boakai. Look at
Public school, fellow Liberians.
Look there. Look at it.
Run by the Ministry of Education. Don't say it's not in function. It's functioning because when you see over there, June 6, 2025. Today is June 7, Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. This is where the generation of this country. Education is not a privilege, but it's.
Let's just hear your parting comment, yeah. So we can go hustle.
Yeah, we said it all, but I thought we want to touch on the George we had topic concerning the family of the. If you say we can put it on another time, no problem.
Yeah, we can do it. We can discuss that tomorrow. We'll take the time off. Maybe we'll take the entire time, and just
okay, yeah, long.
Yeah.
Okay, salute to all the followers. Y'all, thank you. Y'all have to share this video as Prince shared. You can do your commercial on the Palaver Hut. anything you want to sell online, just give Prince a call. He will showcase your items, your goods, or whatsoever, businesses, anything you want to do. They'll call him behind the scene. Prince Sherry call him. And he will showcase your online business or any business you want to get involved with in Liberia, outside of Liberia. We're right here. You can promote this. You can promote our platform. We want to take the debate in Moravia also. So any contribution you want to make, salute to everybody that follows every time. And thank you for helping us and try to share these videos. Thank you, Brother Prince.
Thank you so much, my brother, for always being ready, able, to provide the information. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you.
Okay.
So, fellow Liberian, we have something here that I want to share with you. Quickly. That
That
is
Finabano call her the phone. She call her number. Because that she and myself were talking on behalf of the Oma. Then the young girl came in. And you understand? Mommy and her sister. So when they took the number from me and call a woman now, the woman call her number, she black it. Myself when I call now, I can't get it. No.
When you there when they make a call,
let's listen to the family. I want to play this.
I was there. What that text they were using?
This is
they call for nowhere, then they start using text.
Doe family.
So I don't know what was in the text.
I just want us to listen to him.
Yeah.
It's a live interview.
There's a question that is lingering, and the public who want to know.
Okay.
You, who being
this is the spokesperson for the Doe family.
Yeah.
We see all the time crisis developing that is between Mamie and that of her immediate cousin, and also Emmanuel Pena.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And the issue that is at stake concerning all Grenadians.
Yeah.
All Grenadians. We saw on your podcast, you said the death of Mrs. Doe was because of abandonment.
Oh, yes.
Abandonment.
Yes.
That's what you claim.
Yes.
Can you elaborate and tell us here in the pulpit what your statement meant when you said abandonment?
Okay, thank you very much. I said she was abandoned because when she was here in Liberia, when she and myself were together here, the Oma, she never got sick before in my hand. Besides, one time she had toothache. And we went to this place here, Redemption Hospital. When we got to Redemption, then the people came to ask for her name so that they read her card. So now they can't, then she said, don't come and I said, don't need a fully program buy injection. So I said, ma, nobody will give you buy injection. But what happened is, I will change your name, I didn't do it yet. I mean, Annie Gray. She said, okay. So we send the Annie Gray name in. When the doctor got ready to see her, now they can't hear Annie Gray. Annie Gray, she killed lecture. So I said, Annie Gray, they're calling you here. And she said, oh, yeah. And we went there. From that time up to now, when we came, that woman never got sick in my hand. The Liberian people can attest to it. If that woman is sick and go to any hospital, everybody will know. She never got sick in my hand up to the time Mamie there came. The woman was flexible. We used to move around. You know, she told me that I had problem from a small girl. So sometimes when she myself playing Lulu, when I play 6 like that, I will check 9. Then she say, bring it back. You think I can't see what's wrong with you? And you understand that? So, oh, sorry, Chi. The how we were playing was joking. And you know, people like that, they like for people to be around them, for them to be happy. But Mamie took the woman, carried her to England. I don't know what kind of sickness she said on that woman. She carried her to England. And to that play that part, when you're not working, you can't go nowhere. She kept the woman in her.
Tomorrow, I will give you the story. If you're listening to me, right, I gave you guys the story and I told you how Mamie held this Oma hostage in England. How, in fact, on 2 different occasions, the Oma fell off in your home. I told you. But let's listen to this.
The woman was abandoned. And you understand? Because somebody who's sick, by right in England, there, that play all the hospital, then the baby.
The story will
when you carry anybody to England, the person have to be well, most especially from Africa. But you carry a woman to England, you say you carry her to hospital. Then all of a sudden you brought her here and dash her down on 24th Street unknown to everybody. Only for her to hear they say the woman died in her room. And she died after 3 hours before her family that were in the hut, before they get to know.
Look at that.
So I said, but then it is Mamie that caused. Yeah, the woman myself, yeah, she was not sick. So the only way Mamie was exonerating herself relating, let her call the hospital where she carried the old man to. The hospital she carried the old man to, and the sickness that were on the old man, let them put it on the chat. Let us see that the only way she will be free. But other than that she is responsible. That's what I said. I didn't have it. And in December, this one December, I want to say a certain document.
There's a bombshell. There's a serious bombshell.
Kate sent a communication on the internet. Okay, this is it.
There's a serious bombshell. Then she accusing something other people.
My above can give me information not to relate. Yeah.
There's a bombshell.
Why?
Yeah, Kate sent this communication. I saw it on the internet. Kate did not send it to me. So I said, oh, a little the guy, she playing for my body down there. I had downloaded it and keep.
So which document is this? The website communication here?
The communication that Kate sent.
I think it's on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So my sister has a history of attaching herself to so-called and false prophets. Our current prophet is a random man from the Bassett tribe, located in Minnesota. We spell him revealing his name at this time, but it will be short life if he doesn't see himself out of my family dealings. He travels to New York to be with my mother and sister, yet she refuses myself and my siblings. It seems right. According to this man, my mother needs to be isolated from her children at 75 years old. He is a scam artist. If you know and love my mother, please reach out to her and let her know. She is wonderful. She is loved. She is strong, and she is no one's puppet. She is the mother of a nation and should be surrounded by those who love her, not those who want to control her for money, property, estates, and power. So why did he say we should read this?
I wanted for you to read it to know what was going on with the woman in England.
Okay.
This letter, the little guy came from America.
The other sister.
Yeah, the smallest
daughter.
The other daughter.
Yeah.
She wrote this one because she went to England. It was not possible for her to see her man easily. So this is Veronica who respond to the girl.
Yeah. So she said, "Hi, Kante. After many prayers with my friends, whom pastors and prophets, I have been seriously warned about your strategy. It is best I stop all communications with you until you are fully delivered with
after denying her sister for seeing her man."
Okay. So this is what her sister wrote.
So she
She's
followed communication with her sister.
Oh yes. She stopped the children from seeing the poor.
And they also, according to this one, said the woman needs to be isolated.
Yes. She our prophet said that one now. She said they said the woman need to be isolated from people. And you know, in other words, like somebody you confirm somewhere that nobody can easily go to see. And how understood it, I reached out down there.
She in a court.
Is it something that's a point of
argument?
Why did you so?
It was on Facebook. That my boy now, I don't know where she is. And when the guys wrote it, and when I saw it, I decided to download it to keep it for future reference.
And you've been working with the Doe family for how many years?
From 2004. From 2004.
Courtesy of DN
You've been
News.
working with them.
Yeah.
So then my question comes to this part of the essence of the people of Greater County. We were at the bereavement site, and some Nigerians, some women were saying, because of Doe, some of us were killed, some of our loved ones were killed, and this lady should not behave that this is not good at all, by throwing away other people. What have been the response from the traditional people as well as authorities from the county?
Well, I have not heard any response from them. Because what happened, myself went there, and the guy told us, I'm not being in the yard. So I left, I go to my house, I sit down. I can sometimes monitor phone to sometimes see and hear what is going on there. But I will not participating into their conversation or whatsoever.
According to you from the beginning, you called Mr. Jinapo.
you call on Mr. Inampo as to intervene into what is happening.
Yeah.
How did you get the information?
I said on the Facebook to our chat room. I even get a message and I can say it and then Bale can interpret it to you people. I told Inabo then say they get who come in now and black people they probably go to my burial, they probably go. She come and bring confusion. So you have post stop to her.
And why you said Ikran?
Yeah, I said Ikran.
Okay, that's good. Yes, I am much more concerned.
Okay.
You are claiming to be one of the closest ally to the late Leslie.
Yeah.
I am much more concerned about the meeting with the former president.
Courtesy of DN News. We are relaying live from DN News.
To be meeting with the former president, and what was the discussion centered around? And the big question to that is that was the former president ever arrogant in his response to the message because there are that recording on the social media that claim the former president used a lot of invectives on the late president.
No. The only thing that was Junior issue. From Junior issue, he told the old man, say, "Oh man, forget about Junior, that man are man." So the old man, so I say, Mr. President, Junior can be man to you, you president. And you understand? From there, he told the old man, say, when I anything, I will take care of you.
Where was the meeting?
To the president office that time. Yeah.
And how many times did you escort the late message to a meeting with the former president?
That the first time we went there only one time, share myself.
Aside from that, you did not go there anymore.
No, I didn't go there anymore.
But the incident that you cited with the late Moses Bla's wife, and you said you were there at the time when the late Moses Bla's wife, Dokoli's wife as well.
And then the Oma.
And the Oma,
yeah.
And you were there.
Yeah.
In that interview that is being referenced by my colleague, the former First Lady Naisedo stated that in that meeting, it was when former President Weah blasted at her that there was reports that he had married Mamie Doe, and that the former First Lady did not make any effort to clarify that information, that he did not marry Mamie Doe. So, was there any discussion of such held between the former First Lady and former President George Weah?
Yes.
And in that they didn't blast her. I mean, they didn't blast her like she said in the.
He did not blast her. He said, "You my mother. I consider Mommy my sister." So when people said I married Mommy, you were supposed to, and you the mother for all. You are supposed to, explain it so that the people will understand that I did not marry to Mommy. That's what he said.
So he didn't blast her.
No. He not blast her. Or he just told her. Say you were supposed to be, you was.
Why she was crying?
That Junior job business was crying.
Okay. Yeah. My last question.
Yes, no question.
Was the former president ever asked the late Nessa Doe to a meeting, and she kept her for a very long time, like from 11 all the way to 8 p.m. because there was a reporting. The late Nessa Doe said the former president kept her at a meeting from 11 all the way to 8 before he could come to meet her. And at the climax of that meeting, he informed her that there was no money that her benefit at least to be tapped up. There was any meeting of such because he claimed that there was only one meeting in relation to Junior Doe.
That's the same meeting we went to. When we went there, Fina Bono, who carried us there, she came by and said, "Man, the man got foreign guests. So when the people leave, then you and him will have longer time to talk." We went there around about 11 o'clock. When we went there 11 o'clock, they called us in by 7. So when we went 7 in the evening.
So were you not disappointed waiting for the president for that long?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, for me, I was not disappointed because I know when people meet president happy they can be there. So I was hoping to see him.
See, so the president had foreign guests on that day.
But she probably be woman now. They must say not the same.
So
me, I'm a security. I can bear patient.
So finally, to wrap all this interview with all of the controversy
surrounding
the mourning period of Madam Nancy Doe as official spokesperson of the family. What would be your recommendation? What's your recommendation to sum up this whole interview? What's your recommendation to the Mamie Doe and everyone that is involved in this whole, saga?
My recommendation is to apologize to the former presidents, because Mananseli was also a help to the Oma. And you understand what I'm saying? But what I observe is, Mamie had the Oma in the hall, like almost you keeping somebody in jail and say, the Osa why carrying the thing, what I tell you to talk, when you're not talking, when I bring you back inside, you will not go Osa John. And how I look at it to be. Because the Oma is somebody who cannot even allow somebody to dictate to her. But Mamie that really hard pepper, most especially when it comes to the Oma, just like our grandchild. You understand? So when she took the woman from England, I even know the woman went to England, that people told me. You understand? So my recommendation to Mamie here is, you see, Zoe Emmanuel Penu and Samuel Doe, Zoe Emmanuel Penu, mother and Samuel Doe from one man, one pa. You understand? So when that anything now when we go back home, when we go according to horse and in quarter, that she and Zoe will go there together with Asset Borden. They will be in one house. And you understand? So the only thing that I think will be better is, let's go take over that way keeping business, because that immediate entry. Apart from that, Zoe is an uncle to Man Nancy, because Man Nancy's grandfather come from Zoe that quarter. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Anything you do under the sun here, when you are a human being, do it the right way. You understand? If Zoe had intention to kill a woman, you are not going to take a physical cash and get to the woman. Yeah? If Zoe had intention for the woman, the time they were wanted to move the woman, I fell away from there. The time they sue her. Now the tree, he and Chay so close. Chay that direct uncle, he would have been the one to say, I'm the administrator, or I'm the Anthony in fact for Chay, for them to move the woman out. But he never played part there. So when anybody die according to tradition, that everybody can come together and and forget about differences. Whatsoever happen, you have to forget about it. But I told the elders, but I know the scale of Mamie to tell her truth. The very first thing, they heard while the old man be there, then I'm Mamie her. They order for her. Then she keep claiming, I'm the chief, I'm the chief. You're bringing back to certain things. Mamie came in this country here. The reason for Mamie hate to see me. Mamie went, she got in contact with one Nigerian man in England. The man said, when you go home and your man sign a letter of administration that you control all your property, and you the signature when you come, then I will marry you. That's number one. Number two, my little daughter that here, she's 23 years. Send her to Liberia, because I tried for her to come here, no way. Send her to Liberia, so your man will fake passport for her and put Donnie in the passport. That's the two conditions the man gave her.
What the girl was?
The girl was in Nigeria. So when they're talking about the brother, the guy came here in Liberia. The guy is 23 years old. So she come back. She got her passport, she come back. You see? But I got information that the put damage the passport to the airport. So when the girl came that time now, that letter she wanted, she started telling the woman all kind of things. I can get a girlfriend in the hall and all those kind of things. Woman got there. She sent me all of the play. But when she sent me all of the play, at that time, all of us waiting for the equal money payment. So one day I had a dream. I saw she and one lawyer exchanging papers. So I said, I hold the paper and get the money and half from me and devalue. Because myself, my interest there. That's how I went to the councilor office. When I went to the councilor office, I met Mamie. When I met Mamie, and one of our person they called Nat. Two of them came from the councilor office. When she see me, she turned her feet on the other side. Jella went straight on local or hollow oil. So I said, but I didn't talk. I went to the councilor, so I said, Mama, what did you and Mamie talk here before? She see me. So the man said, the letter what she told me to write, Now I read. If the woman signed it, that means she signed her own death warrant because mommy say everything for she and her husband should be for her and she should be the signatory. So as I end at Tuesday, I said, okay, I took the phone right away. I called the woman. So I said, man, that letter mommy bringing when you sign it, then you sign your death warrant. So she said, eh. I said, yeah. She said, okay. So mommy reached to the house, said, oh, man, can't sign for let me go. Can't sign, I beg you, can't sign, let me go. So I'll go probably sign. So oh, man said, what am I saying? What's wrong with you? You just come from outside and say, can't sign, can't sign. You and myself went to school, go sit down the same bench. Oh, man, to start talking. Oh, man, never signed it. The oh, man said, I will sign it when my lawyer come and read it to me. When I'm satisfied, then I will sign it. So that what happened. So when the old man got in contact with the lawyer, after the lawyer read it, she said she not satisfied. Then she told the lawyer, say, he must write a letter, limited power of attorney. I got a copy here. Limited power of attorney that, I mean, the lawyer wrote for Mamie. Let me find it.
President May providing all documents.
Yeah, he is providing all of the documents. All.
Okay.
I said, look, the information that they
this
give
is the limited power of attorney preview. This is the limited power of attorney.
So Prince, I'm gonna be alleged that Mamie will get rid of man to claim all these things.
So now the limited power of attorney now, Mamie carry it to England, and then they want her man one. So she had the power of attorney and told the man, say, let's get married. When we finish getting married, then I will show to you. The man said, okay. So
she married now?
Listen, Mama, I come in. So when she finished saying it, she said, let's get married first. When we finish getting married, then I will show to you. The man said, okay. The hard time, the man sent for a whole lot of Nigerian poor. Because that letter administration, that was very powerful sending from former president. Because plenty of lamenting and why they also, the family said, I don't know. You see? So now how time for them to get married, Mommy asked the man, say, but I want for my man to come. The man say, I don't get money again abroad now. Mommy tell him, oh man say, oh, the man want you, I wanted for you to come, but the man say he broke. So the old man said, but you yourself, you can't try and give me something for me to come. She said, myself, I don't get money. But you know, when she came, the first time she came and told the old man, say, she was coming married to a German man. The old man was happy. She was just dancing. So I said, oh man, she said, yeah. I said, you can't waste more. You don't see the German man say, for dancing. She said, yeah, like, Babo, put that your wish why you're in. Don't bring it to me. My daughter come in, marry white man, then you come in, bring that other thing. I said, sorry, man. Because I had a dream that was Nigerian man. I said, man, that guy come in, marry Nigerian man. She lied. She said, you lie. That you lie. That my daughter can't lie. She got 2 masters. I said, okay. So when time for her to go there now, no money, then the old man start thinking, my daughter come and get married. So I said, oh man, you know what happened? She said, no. I said, I'm going to beg my counselor wife to call me the 3,000 for you to go there because I wanted her to see for herself. She said, you think the woman will do it? I said, yeah. When I beg my talked to her husband, they put the 3,000 together. So when I bring, I said, oh man, that receive business and you have to add interest. She said, I don't get a problem. The how the woman left, she went Ghana, she and that. Because mommy said, I might not be to a wedding. So she carried her cousin now. So when they went there, the old man said, as soon as we were reaching, then the poor people getting married and leaving the church. So when they went there, mommy said, okay, oh man, you must go to a junior player. Then she and her man go to their own area. The woman spent 1 month there. Time for her to come, she called me and she said, like, come for me to the airport. I said, okay, I went for her. So when we came home, she said, I was missing Lulu playing. Let's go play. I said, okay, we'll go play Lulu. After playing Lulu, I go downstairs to my room. She go to bed. When day break, during the time of breakfast, so I said, ma, she said, yeah. So I said, so you come from England now? You and your daughter getting married, bring it down your Google thing. You can't bring me picture and things to come make report to me. She said, like, she said to talk to you. I said, what happened? She said, the girl lie. That's not why man she wanted to marry to that Nigerian man, don't break Nigerian poor, don't progress Nigerian poor. So I said, oh, and I was talking to her. She said, Papa, anytime you call right in the night, I will eat it. But the guy lied to me. So I said, okay.
Wow.
So that what happened. So that the thing was hurting mommy because she wanted to mortgage President Doe and her mother property to get married. And I stood in the gap. You understand? Because now the family did not recommend me to go there, that the old man said, from her own observation, decided to appoint me. But if anything happened there that okay, the family will say that, Josh, you know you done there, something happening, and you know you are a family man. Why you didn't tell us? Yeah. So this is the problem. That the main reason mommy hate me. And number one, then number two, when we were wanted Gianna to become senator, mommy said Gianna know nothing good. She the one educated, she won't become senator. So she tell the Oma. The Oma said, mommy says, so I said, Oma, you know how to take? She said, no. I said, the player, nah. I represented the family. Gianna that man, mommy that woman. So we get mommy senator position, she married Pele Ben and down name mommy Collie. Then our senator is for all. Then not for Boakai people. She said, oh. So I said, the one I'm telling you. So let Gianna be there. Let Gianna go. Because if Gianna go, he will be called Senator Doe. In any capacity, he will be called Senator Doe. He may get change. Yeah? So those are things that are supposed to make mommy to know that the old man myself will working hand in hand. Because when she proposed, they want to say no, a no to it. And the old man used to respect me because I can't lie to her. You understand? There are certain lies I can't lie to her. Yeah? There are certain lies I can lie to her. But those lies that pertaining to benefit in her life, I don't lie that kind of lie. And you understand? I go somewhere and say, where you coming from? I say, I come from the garage. That garage I come from. And you understand?
So, Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
Prince, come over now.
Within the family, and there was a crisis between mommy and her siblings up to the demise of her late mother, Nancy Doe.
Oh, yes. And that's the reason why the little guy wrote a letter. All of them put together, they put me outside. So I said, okay. When they didn't people like go home, I will look there. When they go down to them, mommy turned to them. And that's how she wrote a letter. I not read letter.
So what do you make lastly of the issue relation to spoon talk last night? When mommy indicated that Honorable Zoe Emmanuel Pena killed her mother. Zoe Emmanuel Pena is a demon. Zoe Emmanuel Pena is not to be trusted.
Okay.
How do you see that statement?
But that particular statement, mommy is really empathizing herself. Every word she sent to Zoe go right back to her. Because we are the woman here. 20 years is Zoe wanted to get rid of the woman Zoe represented. Why you could not do it? But sometimes when I go and rapping and say, my man, your man down there. Then I say that your woman, you can't go there. When you go, then you pass something. Certain times when they come when Zoe want to get money, then she will say, my man, go on outside. You probably are also go on outside. My husband myself will lecture. Or my uncle and myself will lecture. So get money when so good. I say, man, I was so good. They say, oh, that all little joy you can't do in the hoyer. I say, no, man. They will laugh at it. And you understand? So all that thing, mommy talking, it is from her own shadow she has fed us so. Yeah? If now up until I say, mommy, I come and dress as a woo. My own part, the thing that hurting me, that my own chopping spice is also. She was soon go to England. Yeah, the one hurting me. If now up until I will accuse her, she will dress as a woo.
Wow.
So really know whether she not have it in her mind. Say the woman get money now. Let me know where so the woman will die, so the money will carry my hand.
So they think turning to another.
Which chopping spot is for?
Which chopping spot? My chop, the woman, I was saying with the woman. The woman used to pay me every month. She used to give me something.
Wow.
And she damaged the play. Every woman now die. Yeah. What you think I will go ahead now to get a job with that kind of age I get? Then that means she damaged. That's the reason why I said
that. Vinci is angle.
Okay,
serious angle.
Okay, we'll talk again. But the fact I got plenty more things to say. But the only thing now we got to close us more for
part two. Yeah.
You understand?
Your watch up for part two. Your watch up for part two of this episode is juicy, it's damaging, and other things. So your watch up for part two of the episode. It's very dangerous. Prince of Bonshare is very dangerous. They should watch up for part two. Hello?
I said this thing, yeah. I said this even before today, before this interview.
Wow.
If you go back to the video some 2-3 days ago, there was some real revelation that I gave. For example, Mamie took 500,000 on the Oma head.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah.
But then you were on top of this scene no
She
time.
roll it down and I
Oh,
get
my
a
brother.
document. If she can't take it down, she will feel the weight of it.
Wow.
You sure?
Then you was on top of this thing. The man talking about Sassenwu or for Mamie to take Sassenwu, he goes straight to tradition.
Then we go live up.
Then she blaming everybody, blaming Zopeno, blaming the former president, didn't take care of her mom. All these garbage, you have to tarnish somebody's reputation. She mudding all the waters and things then. So imagine, so Liberians were about to close. Let me erase one narrative quick concerning everybody, Samuel Doe, George Weah. Let me tell you people something. Samuel Doe never made George Weah. Never, ever. Even I saw Jean Salisa Diba talking about due respect to the former president. Samuel Doe never made George Weah. Let me tell people, Samuel Doe was president of the Republic of Liberia. He was going to sports. So he never made George Weah. He used the taxpayer money, Liberians, to sponsor the national team to Brazil. And George Weah was already playing for Invincible 11. In other Liberians that Joe Nangbe, James Ziba, and other people that went to Brazil. He used taxpayer money. So I don't know why you're carrying out your lies and gossip that Samuel Doe made George Weah. He never.
For the 5 plus 18 years.
George Weah didn't like Samuel Doe.
But what happened?
Because he was into sports. Seriously into sports. He took sports on another level. Put his energy into sports. But Samuel Doe never made George Weah. If you don't get credit to somebody that tried to make George Weah, let's talk about Archibald Bonner. That were president of the Invincible 11. That from that stage, George Weah today took the game serious. We all know the story. He put himself outside their focus, and today he achieved the greatest that anybody can achieve in football. So that your narrative, that your propaganda. George Weah ain't owe the Doe family anything. No, he not owe them anything. Doe use a taxpayer money to sponsor the national team. It's not a personal cash, it's a government money. Give for the government cover. Because he was the president at that time, involved into sport. So he decided to take the Lunsa out of Liberia to prepare them for greatness in the African continent around the world. So like your rhetoric, George Weah already playing for Invincible 11 and talent care George Weah today. Like how many people were playing for and there are many people that play for national team that went to Brazil. They flopped when they came back. Today they never achieved. They never achieved. So let me tell you today, George Weah was not made by the president, the former president. May so rest in peace. No. The records are there. We all know it. George Weah took the international stage when they had a tournament. Let me break it down for Liberian people. When they had a tournament in Liberia, Invincible 11, much about the auto part in that tournament. The stories are there. You can go check it up. James Diba was playing for Moto Barrow. He was so cocky, arrogant. He was on top of his game, know the game. He played on the Barrow people. He never took part in that tournament. Never. He charged the Barrow people that he want certain amount of money before you play in that tournament. He was not disciplined, not focused. George Weah took part in that tournament. He stole the show from that time to Nakara Club that came for that tournament. What was part of that tournament? Everybody know the story. When they went back home, they said we want that particular player that played for Invincible 11, George Manning Weah. I had today George Weah grace to never in everything through Archibald Bonner and other people from the Invincible 11. I had George Weah went to Cameroon. That's a true story. So your leader, your lies. Your leader, your story. That how he make it. If you are not talented, he could never play for Tona Calara Club. He was gifted, talented. You all remember Liberian? What the celebrity player in Liberia? It was Jean Salisa Diba.
Yeah.
Everybody's a celebrity player. The soccer star. Because George Weah was a genius, discipline. And how he took that mantle. Today he went to Calara Club. Then he saw the show in the West African region. Then they saw him and bought him. So that thing where James Diba talking, George Weah did respect to the Doe family. He Diba. Let me ask him, people, just share the video to him. I know them. I know them. Because I was part of the football. I was part of it because I played with Massa Junior. I know the story. From our witness here, I know that story. He lied. George Weah did respectful to the Doe family. He James Diba was playing. Let me ask James Diba here tonight. Your best friend, one of your best friends that were in your circle during your football career, Paul Weah. You ever took Paul Weah to France? Then you talking about their respect? You ever took Paul Weah that were in your corner for many, many years on Ghana camp? You ever took him to France? The only person you took to France was your late brother, Weko. We know the story. I end up in Paris. I end up in France. So the hatred you have for George Weah embedded in you because when Liberians used to call you celebrity player, the celebrity, you feel cocky, you are the best. No, you are not the best because you are not disciplined. On the international stage, George Weah conquered everybody from Liberia. And today, he established himself as one of the greatest icons in football. We know the story. So when you're coming batting because of Doe family, you two were there. Joe Nangwe were there, you were many. You have played for Lumsa that Joe help you. You ever render help to the Doe family? You ever took your personal money when you were playing professional to help the Doe family? No, they see Mamie Doe, you never. So you no man say here tonight. You will not say anywhere. I'm debunking this story here. I'm debunking it because I know about the story. So George Weah, but you just lost Samuel Doe because Samuel Doe put sports on another level. But Samuel Doe never made George Weah. When we talk about Ajibor Bonard, then yes. All these coaches and he fought one of his manager then. Said all these guys then, yes. Then you can say something like that. But Samuel Doe took taxpayer money, our money, to sponsor the national team. Even the present president can even do it. Just if anything happened to Lone Star, Joseph Baga will finance the national team. So if Joseph Baga found the national team to go train in France and other places, if any player become professional, it means Joseph Baga made that player? No. Because the player talent. He not use a personal care. When George Weah was going to warehouse to all these very schools then. No. He used Liberian taxpayer money. President of the Republic at that time. And he was so into sports and other things. That how he invested into Lone Star. There were many players that went to Brazil at that time. Most of them play in Europe, but they never helped the Doe family. I'm breaking a true story. I'm debunking your narrative. A James Diba in a hatred for the former president is a business. That hate business. When they arrive on the international stage, he conquered James Diba. He conquered him all over. James Diba followed the footsteps of George Weah. I will break it down again. When George Weah went to Tona Calara Club, James Diba followed the footsteps. He went to Union Douala in the same Cameroon. George Weah came to France. James Diba came to France. He even played in Antele, Belgium, à la Lave, Antele. He played for Antele Club, one of the powerful clubs in Belgium, #1 club in Belgium. He wore the jersey for them. He went to Paris. From Paris, he played for Paris. He couldn't make it for Paris because JJ Okocha. When they bought JJ Okocha, they sidelined him. Then he went to Nice, where Joe Nangwe were playing. That's a true story. All the followers then that play football, that associate that I said with football, and what I'm saying, they will come and debunk it. You're yet all in your corner, having angry that they see where Macalaw today, Macalaw what George Weah made, Macalaw in America today, got a nasty thing to say about the former president because they can't agree again. Now, remember Liberian people, let me remind you, you're quite to forget, it's a St. James Diba. When George Weah wanted to become president, during Ellen Johnson Sullivan time, the St. James Diba condemned George Weah that George Weah not educated. That he cannot even support George Weah to the presidency. When George Weah assumed the presidency, then what you want for George Weah to do? To lay down for James Diba that condemn his vision? Liberian people, that's a true story. You take on your political heart, the hatred embedded into James Diba for George Weah. I'm saying it with no fear. He hatred for hatred because they conquer him from the football field. And George Weah already prepared himself for his old age. His son playing football, making millions of dollars with young age, playing for the founders club in Italy that won many titles, Juventus, making over $200 to $400 million. He went to Paris, some played for Paris, but then he went to Celtics. Then Juventus bought him. Let me tell you, like, presence is some a football club in America presently. He owned a soccer club in America. He invested, mother investing in a lot of things in America. So you leave out your political heart, the hatred, James Diba and writing kind of story there for the former president. I will debunk your here. Because when you somebody find you must be loyal. You James Diba, will you ever help in your career? The whole Liberian people know you selfish and mean. You never help. According to Paul Weah, your friend, your personal person, you never took him to Europe. The only person you talk to Europe, your brother Wako. We know how it went down because all living in Europe yet. We know how it went down. So don't distract the internet, my brother. James Diba. No. George Weah won the whole battle concerning their whole football era. Let me ask a last question before I end. Since George Weah left the stage, just tell me who the Liberians conquered the West African region and part of the world? Nobody. You know why? You're so entrenched into this man. Until you now you want to become somebody. They got people to come and say, "Oh, I will be that James Diba. I will be more than George Weah." But you don't want to do it. No Liberian football don't get our guts to do it. I will give you another scenario. Right in Europe here. My favorite player that played for my club, Cristiano Ronaldo, saw the great Luis Figo then. He tell people, he said, I will be more than Luis Figo. When Luis Figo was playing for Real Madrid, Barcelona and Real Madrid with Portugal, when he was a genius, he said, I will be better than him. And today, he had a courage. He became better than Luis Figo. Luis Figo never envied him. So, Liberian people, you start your enviness, you start your jealousy. I'm breaking it down because I know the football story. I was part of these people. So, James Diba, I'm debunking you right now. If you're jealous of George Weah, it's your personal, but don't read letter or start saying something. Someone will come and tell you you never have nobody in your life. You're so selfish too. So don't put it on the president. The Mamie Doe talking there, stay out of it. You were part of the loan side, they send you to Brazil. You ever have Mamie Doe? You ever have Nancy Doe? You even look at Gion Doe? When you were riding a drop car with Samuel Doe, at least George Weah made a man with them. At least. But the way they wanted for the president to take care of them, he never do it 100%. Yes, that one I will agree. Because he had a lot of things on his plate. He had a country to lead, not individual. That's why many of the individuals that are surrounding at that time, they flip-flop, they left him. They left him because he will assume the presidency. In order to that presidency, it can happen to anybody. So James Diba, you're on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of history, brother. You retired a long time ago. What kind of club you here? You rule a Lone Star. As coach, you never qualify us to any African Cup of Nation. So you are a failure. So don't come here and debunk George Weah. That's it.
Tomorrow,
I have to say.
we're going to take the whole time. We're going to take the whole time tomorrow and look into that. But thank you for the time. And I want to say thanks to all Liberians for the presence here. Kindly like, share, and follow the page. We want to thank you for your comments. All of you that take up the time to be with us. We want to say thank you so much. Until we meet again tomorrow, probably it's going to be a bit early so we can have enough time to discuss this. We want to say bye from our end, and thank you to
Bye-bye.
all.
Bye-bye.